Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Massive Phenomenon. Number 6. Statue of Liberty. Had Frederick Bartholdi's original plan carried through, the Statue of Liberty would have been a veiled Muslim woman guarding the Suez Canal, rather than the Roman goddess Libertas watching over New York Harbor. Recent research has uncovered the sculptor's original vision for the statue, an Egyptian peasant woman, Falaha, holding a torch aloft to represent Egypt's social and industrial progress marked by the opening of the canal. It would be 86 feet or 26 meters tall on a pedestal that was 48 feet or 14.5 meters high. Egypt, bringing light to Asia, would also function as a lighthouse. Egyptian officials, still reeling from the expenses incurred by the canal, didn't warm up to Bartholdi's idea. The rest is history. Bartholdi exchanged the Egyptian Falaha for a European woman and sent her to New York City, where she stands to this day, liberty enlightening the world. Number 5. Eiffel Tower. Quick myth-busting fact. Gustave Eiffel did not design the Eiffel Tower. Rather, he headed a construction company specializing in steel structures, which employed two brilliant engineers, Emily Noguire and Maurice Koechlin. It was Koechlin who drew up the initial plans for the curving tower that would grace the Paris Exposition of 1889, and together with Noguire, presented the draft to Eiffel for approval. The company's architect Stephen Silvestri further refined the plans, adding decorative touches of his own: glass rooms, arches, and stone pedestals. One of Silvestri's additions, conceived when the structure was already up and proving to be a big draw, was two smaller towers on both sides of the main structure, making a segmented triad rather than the single sweeping tower we are familiar with. The added infrastructure was meant to facilitate the movement of visitors up, down, and around the tower in response to the long queues of people waiting to ascend. Whether these additions would have enhanced the beauty of the Eiffel Tower or made it a steel monstrosity is an open question. What do you think? Number 4. Lincoln Memorial. A pyramid in Washington, D.C.? The Washington Monument was modeled after an Egyptian obelisk, so why not? Ancient Egypt would have been amply represented in the nation's capital had John Russell Pope's design for the proposed Lincoln Memorial been accepted in 1912. Aside from an Egyptian-style pyramid, Pope also submitted a ziggurat based on Mesopotamian antecedents. Pope, the leading American neoclassical architect, was eager to be awarded the task of designing the memorial to the 16th president. However, the Lincoln Memorial Commission was advised by the Commission of Fine Arts to choose architect Henry Bacon instead. Pope was backed by a member of the Memorial Commission, Joseph Cannon. Thus, both men submitted their designs, and eventually Bacon's Greco-Roman edifice carried the jury. Though Pope's designs were consigned to the archives, they nevertheless still stir the interest and imagination of those who ponder what might have been. Number 3. Washington Monument. Plans to commemorate the first president began as far back as Washington's lifetime, but it was not until 1836 that the Washington Monument Society awarded architect Robert Mills the honor of designing the memorial. Mills' vision featured not only the now iconic obelisk, but also a colonnade and equestrian statue. Unfortunately, construction was stopped in 1856 when anti-Catholics protested against the use of stone donated by Pope Pius IX. The unfinished monument sat idle for 20 years when Congress approved funds to resume work, but Mills' original design was drastically pruned, eliminating the statue and the rotunda around the base altogether. Only the central obelisk remained intact. Thus, what we see now must look bare and naked had Mills been alive to see it. Number 2. Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge is the quintessential symbol of London, even being mistakenly called London Bridge by some. The real London Bridge is in fact upstream of it. It was Sir Horace Jones' answer to the challenge of spanning the Thames for foot and vehicular traffic without disrupting boats navigating the river. The double-leaf drawn bridge, completed in 1894, has since attracted millions of visitors the world with its unique Victorian Gothic towers, but a simple drawbridge was not the only solution offered. One intriguing and futuristic design was submitted by F.J. Palmer. The plan called for the roadway at both ends of the bridge to loop, while one side of the loop slides open to let a passing boat through. The other side stays closed to accommodate wheel transport. Once the boat has entered the loop, the road behind it is closed, and and one in front of the ship opens to let it out. It was all pretty complicated but allowed both road and river traffic to move uninterrupted. No one was sure if the plan would work though, and it was ultimately abandoned. Number 1. Reichstag. When Germany was unified and the Second Reich was proclaimed in 1871, sudden flood of new lawmakers necessitated a larger building to hold the assembly. A design competition for a new Reichstag was announced in November of that year, and one of the entrants was British architect Sir Gilbert Scott. Though Scott would eventually miss out on the first prize, his submission was highly regarded by the German jury and was awarded second place. Dominating Scott's hybrid Gothic creation was a central dome or cupola, 75 feet, 23 meters in diameter, with similar construction to the Dome of London, St. Paul's Cathedral. Wings extending in 4 directions radiated from the dome. Obviously, Scott had a fondness for domes and insisted that the Reichstag should have one regardless of architectural style to lend it proper dignity. Despite not winning, Scott had beaten most of the resident German architects and was justifiably proud of his achievement. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.